Today we will talk about the most common English idioms and phrases. Now, idioms and phrases are common in every language, and each speaker, whether native or non native, should have knowledge of the common idioms and phrases. Today we will be talking about the common idioms and phrases in the English language. Now, every language has its own idioms and expressions, and the English language has plenty of phrases that is useful to learn. Idioms are words or phrases that aren't meant to be taken literally and usually have a cultural meaning behind them. So, two things. First, idioms cannot be taken literally, that is, word to word. And secondly, idioms have a cultural history or a cultural context behind them. Now, most of the English idioms you hear are offering advices, but also contain some underlying principles and values. You have probably heard some of them, especially in TV shows and movies, and wondered why you can't understand those idioms, even though you fully understand the words. So, in an idiom, word is not important, the context and the meaning behind the word is important. To learn English idioms and expressions, it can take some time, but there are some of them that are more popular than others that will come handy if you know them. When you learn English idioms and phrases, you will sound more confident, especially when you speak with native English speakers. If you can't understand idioms, you will not be able to understand the context. This is why we have gathered some of the most common English idioms and phrases so that you try and understand the meaning hidden within them. The first, the best of both worlds. This means that you can enjoy two different opportunities at the same time by working part time and looking after her kids. 2 days a week, she managed to get the best of both worlds. This is the use which I have put to the idiom. Now, the second idiom is speak of the devil. This means that the person you are just talking about actually appears at that moment. Now, if you see the Hindi language, then some of these idioms have a one to one example available in the Hindi language. And this, as an exercise, I'm giving you that these 15 idioms, common idioms in English, which we will be reading today, your assignment is to find out an idiom used in the Hindi language as close as possible to these idioms, and then you will really understand the contextual meaning hidden behind them. And this exercise, I'm sure, children, you're going to enjoy fully. So, speak of the devil, this means that the person you're just talking about actually appears at that moment. An example: Hi Tom, speak of the devil. I was just telling Sarah about your new car. The third is see eye to eye. This means agreeing with someone. They finally saw eye to eye on the business deal. Next, once in a blue moon. That is an event that happens not very frequently, a rare event, once in a blue moon. I only go to the cinema once in a blue moon. When pigs fly, that is something which is never going to happen. An impossible situation is when pigs will fly. When pigs fly, she'll tidy up her room. Now, the next, to cost an arm and a leg. That is something which is very, very expensive. Fuel these days costs an arm and a leg. A piece of cake, something which is very easy to get. The English test was a piece of cake, and I hope it's true for all of you who will be taking this exercise today. So, these 7 idioms out of 15 we have learned and read today in our class, and your assignment, as I've already told you, is to find out the similar Hindi idioms which are present in the language and which you may have used sometime.